Sabrina, because today you fought and won. Your daughter will live one more day.
We have to figure out what the reasoning is for this. It's not that simple.
You had a choice and you chose to let her live another day.
Hi, this is Dan Porser with This Is Infamous, talking to Zoe Bell about her new film, RAZE. Hi Zoe, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Dan. How are you?
I am okay. I saw your film the other day. I think it's excellent. How was that making it?
Grueling. I'll definitely go with grueling. I'm glad you like it. We had a crazy schedule. We had very little time, very little money. Thank God we had am I allowed to swear on this place?
Yeah, go for it.
We had a shit ton of talented cast, which made, and they're so patient, and it was like a project of passion for so many of us that we were asking a lot of everyone involved, and they brought all of it. So it was actually really satisfying, and in the end, moving experience, because it was just sort of everyone just pulled so much out of their bags. It was awesome.
I mean, that's definitely a very good point on there. You had a very great cast, actually. I was very impressed. People like Sherilyn Fenn and Rachel Nichols. How hard was it to get hold of them?
Well, when you've got no money, you kind of got to rely on the relationships that already exist. So Rachel Nichols is a good friend of Josh Waller, the director. Tracy Tom is obviously a dear friend of mine, and we'd worked together before. Rosario's in it briefly, and that was due in large to Josh and Tracy pulling together to surprise me, which worked. Sherilyn Fenn, Josh actually worked really hard to get. None of us were personal friends with her. Doug Jones I've worked with before on Angel of Death, and I think Josh even knew Doug prior, so it was just a bunch of... He knew Rebecca Marshall, we knew Cody, the woman who plays Cody Bailey, really closely. So it was all just asking a lot of favours from a lot of really talented people, and thankfully they wanted to come play.
It's a very strong subject matter, I have to say. It's kind of a...
It's
it's
like
hard
the cutest
to...
way anyone's ever said it.
It's
a
hard to...
strong subject matter.
Yeah, it's hard to sort of explain it without making it sound really sort of gratuitous and unpleasant.
Yeah.
And whilst it is unpleasant in some ways, because obviously what is happening is not the nicest of things in the world.
We didn't go to Disney with this one, put it that way.
But with that said, I think you did a very good job of making it sort of relatable and not making it overly exploitative. And I didn't feel the tone was neither exploitative particularly or even torture porn, which is where I could have gone.
No, we made a very conscious effort to avoid... Torture porn is so misleading to me, that term, but we wanted to avoid torture porn. We were sort of looking to make a genre movie that was not an exploitation movie. And what was really important for me, just on a personal level, was to do a form of action that I'd not done before, which is female on female, that's driven by the emotion of it. Like the fight beats, like if the choreography was based in what would you do if you were mentally in this place. I mean, obviously it's created for film, but so it's definitely like there's moments of gruesomeness, like shots of maybe skulls caving and eyes being gouged, but very few of those actual moments, but it's felt because of the emotional realness and rawness, which is I think what makes a lot of people go, wow, that was well done, and it makes a lot of people go, I can't handle it. I mean, we have people walking out, which is ironic because these people would probably be able to sit through Saw, but they'll walk out of our movie, because the emotion, it's not the terror and the fear, it's the, I don't want to do this, kind of. I kind of don't want to give too much away, but you should definitely see it.
It's that's exactly right. It's kind of it starts off, and the audience knows as much as what's happening as the characters do, and then it slowly builds up, and then suddenly it's just this is what is happening, and you're going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's quite bleak, but it's not done for fun.
No, and that's what we definitely were trying to avoid too. Is you had a really good point. Is it's not a tournament movie. It's not Street Fighter. It's not Mortal Kombat. And it's not. We didn't want it to be that this woman knows wushu and this guy knows karate and this one. So there's no weapons. It's all bare knuckles, hand-to-hand combat. And the fight styles wanted to come from the personalities and the characters of if these people really were plucked from their real life and really were fighting for their mother or their daughter or their brother or their son or. So yeah, it's definitely emotionally visceral in a way that most fight movies I feel like aren't, especially female action. I think people find female action difficult to watch, so hence they put them in pretty coloured lycra and push-up bras and heels, and trust me, I've done that, and that's fun too, but I think people are finding the women-on-women action when it's done this realistically really disturbing.
Absolutely, I mean, it's a long way from, say, Gina Carano's Haywire,
Right.
She's another strong female.
I know, but you never see her fight a chick in that movie either. I'm like, come on, put me in the next highway or I'll beat her up, you know?
Absolutely. Again, I think that's an interesting point as well.
Yeah.
She does fight Michelle Rodriguez in Fast 6,
Yeah,
which I thought was also probably one of the most brutal fights in that film.
yeah,
Considering some of the very large, very capable men in there,
yeah.
to have two women fighting that, I think. Do you feel that there is a general resurgence or a pushing now of women in these positions and these sort of fighting
It's starting
films?
to feel like, well, you know what I feel like there is a surgence in is women that are actually from a background of fighting or action or some kind of basis that is now, audiences are just becoming instinctively savvy. They can feel when it's not for real, you know? So when you've got someone in there that the audience knows is capable, there's just the subconscious appreciation of the fact that this woman actually could do that stuff, you know? I don't know. I love it.